Hey, welcome back to another basketball edition of the Adrienne Ross Show, or welcome for the first time. If you're new, I'm glad you're here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are approaching 32,000, and so hit the button. Appreciate that. Okay, also appreciate the new members to my membership on YouTube, the Adrienne Ross Show. I shouted out some people already, and we have some more members, some rookie members, as well as Legend, MVP, and GOAT. So I want to give a shout out to Kara Hardy, the newest Legend member of the channel. But I appreciate all of you. All right. Also, hey, listen, you see me right here? This is not my new setup. Okay. This is just me in my living room being too lazy to go back down to my office. But I am working on some other stuff. So I'm hoping to have a whole different setup at some point. But right now, we just kind of chilling. Yes. The game tonight against the Las Vegas Aces, Fever versus Aces. Yes, I was in church. Yes, I watched the playback. I stayed off social media and online. Y'all know how I do, so that I would find out nothing before I watched the playback. And I watched it, and let's just say I ain't gonna say a whole lot about it. Not happy about the game at all. Okay? Not happy. But the good news is that the Fever will have an opportunity to play the Aces again on Friday. But they're just, I don't got nothing nice to say, really. So we just gonna keep it moving. Why am I doing this video? Because I want to talk to you about the GOAT, the legendary Cynthia Cooper. Recently, I talked about her when she was at the game in Dallas when the Fever played Enrique Agumbawale and Dallas. And Nancy Lieberman called that game in place of Cheryl Swoops. But in attendance was someone I consider to be the GOAT of this WNBA, and that is Cynthia Cooper. And she had some great words to say to be frank and stay fly about the one and only Caitlin Clark. And so, you know, I shared a little backstory about Cynthia Cooper. I'm not going to go through all that. I mean, all the championships, the MVPs, all that stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. But recently, she was on Mark Jackson's podcast. Yeah, the Mark Jackson from the New York Knicks, from the Indiana Pacers, Mark Jackson. And she had an opportunity to talk a lot about a lot. And included in that has to do with this current WNBA. And remember, she played a long time ago. She was, you know, the Comets won the first 4 championships of the WNBA. Her teammate, of course, was Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson, and the first 4 back-to-back championships. I absolutely love them. And so she was at that game, and she had some great things to say, but she's not done. She has some more to say about Caitlin Clark and about the game in general. So let's start with what she had to say about Caitlin Clark when Mark Jackson pointed out that there was some controversy concerning Caitlin Clark and her former teammate, Cynthia Cooper's former teammate, Cheryl Swoops. So check this out.
You said she brought the noise, and I'd be remiss not to mention lately getting involved in some controversy. How important, there's no doubt about the greatness of Cheryl Swoops and her impact on basketball, not just women's basketball, but basketball in general. But how important it is for the older legends to embrace what's going on today?
Extremely important. It's so incredibly important. We have to bridge that gap between what's going on today and what we experience. And it will help the younger generation to know our experiences so that they don't make the same mistakes and we continue to soar and grow as a league. Let me tell y'all something. I just came from the Dallas Fever game, and Enrique is the truth. Okay. Caitlin Clark, 28-12, winning on the road with Kelsey Mitchell. The absolute truth. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer. but also she's crafty. I saw her get the ball, lay it up on the back door cut. Like they waiting for her to pop out to the 3-point line. Boom, she slips back door, gets that bucket. Like she is crafty, and she's just a rookie. She's just a rookie. That level of greatness, that level of play on a consistent basis as a rookie puts you up in the upper echelon of any league.
That's some high praise. That's some high praise from someone who played this game at the highest level. I loved Cynthia Cooper's style. She always was like that. She could always give an interview. She could always be engaging. She'll talk to you about the game. She'll tell you about her game. Okay. She ain't gonna let you forget about her game. But listen to what she's saying, the importance of, and in this interview, she gives much love and much respect to Sheryl Swoopes and to the game that she played, to the game, meaning the full package Sheryl Swoopes had. And yet she can still say it is absolutely essential that we somehow find a way to encourage this younger generation of players, and and then to go on and talk about Caitlin Clark. Yeah, Arike Ogunbowale, she says, is the truth. Caitlin Clark, the absolute truth. So shout out to Cynthia Cooper, who's not feeling intimidated. She's not feeling intimidated. She's not feeling threatened. Her legacy is set. So why not? Why not speak of the greatness of the young ones? Why not? That's the character that I remember seeing of Cynthia Cooper. In addition to that, she gets into the Olympics. Here's what she had to say about that.
I would have put Caitlin Clark on Team USA, absolutely. I thought the post area, when you start talking about, we didn't even talk about Stewie out in New York, or Sabrina out in New York, and Lainey, and I mean, there's just so many people to talk about, so much talent. But I would have put her on Team USA. Heck yeah, I would have put her. I know that there was probably concern that, she wouldn't get a lot of playing time. But any USA basketball experience for someone as young as Caitlin Clark is going to benefit America for years and years and years and years. So yeah, I would have put her absolutely on Team USA.
That's the absolute truth also of what should have been done. You hear what she had to say. I don't need to elaborate on it. We understand that it was a slight and a snub, but it worked out because Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have been playing some tremendous basketball since they got that break. But yeah, as she said, I would have put her on that team. But she did it. They still got to work together and gel together. And you know what? Hey, it worked together for their good, right? Okay, so the last thing I want to share with you is a snippet where she's actually talking about Sheryl Swoopes, but I don't have all that part in there because that's really not what I want to point out. I want to point out something she says about how the game should be played and what people want to see in the game, the way people want to play and the way they want to see the game played, which really explains why people are drawn to the way Caitlin Clark plays. She doesn't say that, but I'm saying it. What she says is what we've been saying. Those on this channel have been saying, and others have been saying. So here, check this out.
Getting easy buckets, because nobody wants to play half court. No one wants to bog down the game playing the half court offense. We want to get up and down. If the fans love it, we love it, right?
That's just a small snippet, but it's something that we've been saying over and over again. And we were particularly saying that when we kept hearing Coach Christy Side say, okay, we want to play the game in the half court. We want to feed the ball to Aaliyah. And certainly you've got to be able to play in the half court. But like the legend said, like the GOAT said, like the 4-time champion said, like the 2-time league MVP said, like on and on and on and on. High school championship, 2 college championships, 4 WNBA championships, all kind of accolades throughout the career. as she said, who knows the game, people want to see fast-paced basketball. People want to see you get on the defensive end, get some stops, and push the ball up the floor. Nobody wants to see you grind it out in the half court. And so that has made all the difference in the world for this team. Every team doesn't do that well, right? But that's the strength of Indiana basketball. And that's one of the things that people have trouble doing, keeping up with that. But in order to do that, they've got to play good defense, and then they can play at a pace that works to their strengths. I appreciate that from Cynthia Cooper and all of her comments. And it's really interesting. I'm not going to show this clip, but Mark Jackson asked her, how would the Houston Comets fare in today's league? And she absolutely said, we would dominate still in this league. And so that's such an interesting comment to make. And you know what? I was a Houston Comets fan. I kind of think she was right. That might be the truth and the absolute truth also. You should go check out that full interview. Go over to Mark Jackson on Mark Jackson's podcast. I will put the link to this interview in the show notes. So you should check it out. Appreciate the legends. Appreciate those who are confident enough to come alongside the younger ones, to speak well of the young ones, to break down the young ones' game, and to understand the power of the old generation and the newer generation coming together. That's not just basketball. Remember, sports is a microcosm of society. That's the way it should be across the board. So thank you to Cynthia Cooper. Remember, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Share, like, comment if you can do so respectfully. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.